morning, I'm Victoria Eastoe with your local news update. A 15-year-old girl is facing multiple charges following several incidents across the Cairns area over the past month. Police say the teen was involved in a break and enter on Dove Court in Bayview Heights on May 2, where a wallet was stolen, while it's also alleged she broke into a Paramount closed home in White Rocks on Sunday before a vehicle, wallet and purse were taken. She has had her bail opposed and will appear in the Cairns Children's Court. To sports news now, and in local men's AFL, the Port Douglas Crocs and the Lions will do battle this weekend, while the Centrals will play Makenna and North will take on the Saints. And there will be plenty of eyes on the women's competition this Saturday, with Baily Stadium to host a triple header for stand-up to domestic violence round, with the action getting underway from 9:30 a.m. And it's been a wet couple of days across the far north, but it's expected to ease from tomorrow. Widespread rain will continue to fall across our region today, with flood warnings in place, while the strong marine wind warning has been cancelled. Senior meteorologist Peter Markworth says this is good news for our region. To the rest of today's weather forecast now, a shower or two and a possible storm in Cairns, and a top of 29 degrees for Innisfail. Good morning, I'm Victoria Eastoe with your local news update. A male patient was rushed to Bowen Hospital this morning following a single vehicle crash in Guthalunga. The incident occurred on the Bruce Highway just after 3 o'clock. The patient was in a stable condition with a shoulder injury. In other news, emergency services battled a house fire in Annandale around 1:30 yesterday afternoon. They all met with thick, dark smoke when they arrived to find the house on Miranda Crescent well involved. Crews were able to contain the blaze to a shed after 20 minutes, and it took another 20 to bring it under control. Everyone inside the house was accounted for, while a man in his 60s was taken to hospital with smoke inhalation. Meanwhile, it's been a wet couple of days across our city, but it's expected to ease from tomorrow. Widespread rain will continue to fall today, with flood warnings also in place for our region, while a strong wind warning is in place for Townsville's coast. The Bureau's Andrew Priest says the daily rain record has also been broken at Charters Towers. The town recorded 122.8 millimetres, which is the highest on record since 1998. To the rest of today's weather forecast now, a shower or two in Townsville, a high of 28 degrees in Ayr, and a shower or two and a possible storm for Ingham. That's all your local news for now. Good morning, I'm Victoria Eastoe with your local news update. A person is recovering today following a workplace incident on the Sunshine Coast yesterday. Emergency services were called to the Kaluan scene around 2 p.m. The patient was in a stable condition when transported to Nambour Hospital. In other news, unseasonable wet weather continues to lash the Sunshine Coast as heavy rainfall continues to track south, with our region expecting more rain over the coming days before conditions begin to ease on Sunday. While yesterday the heavy falls caused a number of service disruptions across the Sunshine Coast, and more landslides have been reported across the Noosa hinterland area. To the rest of today's weather forecast now, rain in Noosa and a top of 23, and similar conditions for Caloundra reaching a high of 24. Making other news today, Sunshine Coast locals are being reminded to protect their children, with police saying they are seeing too many who aren't properly restrained in cars. The type of restraint and seat your child needs varies on their age, but apply for all children under the age of 7. Police say there will be no warnings given to those who put their child at risk. Sunshine Coast residents caught doing the wrong thing will instead face a $430 fine and lose 3 demerit points. That's all your local news for now. Good morning, I'm Victoria Eastoe with your local news update. Kopika Desalingam is today marking her 7th birthday and will join her mother Priya for a video call with supporters to mark the occasion. It's her 5th birthday since the family were taken from their Biloela home by immigration officials. Despite the support of Anthony Albanese and Barnaby Joyce, they're unable to return to central Queensland from the community detention in Perth because younger sister Thanika hasn't been given a bridging visa. Family friend Andrea Frederick says it horrifies her that her friends have become political footballs. In other news, the Nationals are promising better connectivity across Queensland if they win the election. The Livingston Agricultural Precinct will receive around $1.3 million to improve blackout zones. The money will come out of a $257 million regional connectivity fund. Minister for Regional Communication, Bridget McKenzie, says good connection is essential for all Australians. And the wet weather is predicted to continue across central Queensland today. Minor flood watch warnings remain in place for the central Queensland coast, and up to 70 millimetres may fall across Rockhampton today and 45 mils in Gladstone. To the rest of today's weather forecast now, showers in Rockhampton and a top of 25 in Gladstone. Good morning, I'm Victoria Eastoe with your local news update. A man was rushed through hospital last night following an alleged wounding in Cairns. Emergency services rushed to his aid on Torquay Street shortly before 11 o'clock. The man, aged in his 40s, reportedly suffered a serious wound to his abdomen. He was in a serious condition when transported to Hervey Bay Hospital. In other news, the Fraser Coast Council are seeking public feedback on e-scooters in Hervey Bay. It comes as the council approved a 6-month trial by international share ride company Bird, which is now almost complete. Deputy Mayor Paul Truscott says there's a range of different opinions which will be used to discuss the future of e-scooters in our region. Locals have until Sunday to complete the online survey. Taking a look at some local AFL news now, and Bay Power are in their first ever senior women's grand final this Saturday against Across the Waves Eagles. Power have a tough clash ahead of them, with unbeaten minor premiers of the past 2 seasons, the Eagles in strong form. The game will be at Power's home ground at Walkers Road, Urangan. The match begins at 4:30 p.m. To today's weather forecast now, showers in Bundaberg, Hervey Bay to reach a top of 26, a high of 25 in Maryborough, and rain and 23 in Gympie. That's all for now.